Get ready for the refreshed Webex Meetings user interface that comes to you as a part of the Webex Suite meeting platform. This short video will show you what to expect in your meetings that you host and meetings you attend. If you're wondering, how can I check my version? Do this. Navigate to your Webex URL, click Download, and hover over the Info button. If you see Commercial Webex Suite as the meeting platform, you've been migrated to the latest and greatest. Another thing to note is you do need to be running the Webex app. Let's hop into a meeting and see what's different. We'll start at the top. Left side, as always, your meeting information. No changes there. Over to the right, you'll find the Layout button has moved. Remember to use layouts to choose how to view what and who is important to you during a meeting. And did you notice? No menu bar. Features are getting consolidated in the meeting control buttons at the bottom of the screen. Let's take a look at the exciting changes and new features we've got. We'll start with sharing content. If you used to share My Meeting window to show your own Webex Meeting user interface, you might be thinking, if there's no menu bar, where do I go to do that? Now you'll go to the Share Content button. You'll find it here. I love consolidation. If you haven't used this before, this is a great way to show your Webex meeting attendees how you're doing something in the live Webex meeting or app itself. Perhaps you want to show your meeting attendees how you're launching a Slido poll, or you want to show how you're creating breakout sessions. Next, the floating icon tray. You can also see this when you're sharing your screen or an application. It's in the middle at the top and it's been simplified. Stop and pause sharing. And for more, click on More Sharing Options, where you will find quick access to share computer audio. How many times have I forgotten to check that box before I share my screen? Annotation and annotation privileges, and passing remote control. You can also move the floating icon tray around. Leave it at the top, move it to the bottom, or dock it to the left or right. What if you don't want to share your application or your screen? We've also improved file sharing capability. You can share a file without sharing your screen or application. Perhaps you want to take your meeting attendees through a PowerPoint presentation. Use Upload and open a file. Choose the file and manage it right here in the meeting content window. You can also toggle between more than one file. All meeting attendees joining on their computers, mobile devices, and video conference devices will see the files you share. Last enhancement when sharing content is under Advanced. You can now share a portion of your screen. As an example, I want to share PowerPoint, the application, but I don't want to go into slideshow. With sharing a portion of the screen, I could limit what viewers see by cropping out parts of my application. Let's go back to the meeting controls and see what we have in more options. First, whiteboarding. You'll find whiteboard sharing is in the same place, but now you're going to be able to quickly access previous whiteboards. And speaking of whiteboarding, you're going to be able to whiteboard in a breakout session. I know that is something I've been waiting for a very long time. During the breakout, go to the same More Options button to share a whiteboard. Now that the menu bar is no longer at the top, where do we manage meeting privileges or settings? Let's check out Meeting Options. Here you'll find meeting features that can be turned off and on for everyone in a meeting or only attendees. Time to move on to the panels. We've still got embedded apps and the participant panel. What I'm excited about is the chat panel. The chat panel is bringing everything I love about Webex messaging to Webex Meetings. Formatting, make it bold, make it bigger. Reactions, laugh, smile, celebrate, you pick. GIFs, one of my favorites. And app mentions. App mention a person to start a direct chat or link a space. After the meeting, find the chat content and meeting recap in the Webex app. The native Q&A and polling panel are no longer there, and they've been upgraded to Slido. All meeting attendees can access Slido to create polls, but only hosts and co-hosts can activate them. To make sure my attendees are set up to only answer mine or my co-host's Slido content, I go to More Options, Meeting Options, and uncheck Start Slido. The last thing you'll find in the panels is content. Did you ever use file transfer in the past? If so, you'll now head to the panels, click Content, and start adding your files. Your meeting attendees can download them from the Content panel while the meeting is in progress. The files will not be available after the meeting ends. We have looked at a lot of new and exciting things, and there's always more to come. To keep up to date on what's new and what's coming with the Webex Meeting Suite platform, subscribe to this article.